So I've had a person or two challenge me about the writing course material sounding too much like an infomercial, too hype, too over the top, trying to sell it. Well, look, I am trying to sell it. Silly. Of course I am. And yet I think they have a point, because sometimes we can make things sound like car dealers when we're not selling cars. Apparently car dealers need to sound that way. It's unclear, but I don't think you can sell diamonds that way. So here's the writing course. What you've got in front of you is the opportunity to try 5 lessons. There are many more. The writing course is made of an original 21 lessons of the writing course, and then of course the addition of about 18 or so of the essay course. Those two in combination will come along with 13 videos that you can stream or watch online pretty efficiently. And that combination also has a transcript of the course. It also has a workbook. Now, the way I've designed this is truly different than anything you're familiar with. And the reason is because this is what we've done with our kids. 5 children, homeschool all the way to college. 3 in college, actually 1's out. The 3rd one just finished a 300-page novel. They all get great marks in writing because they're really good writers, because I've taught them to learn how to learn. Well, I, meaning my wife and I, we. Now, what I'm talking about in this writing course is a way that your kids can listen to audios, take notes in their workbook, work through the lessons, and start learning a way to think about writing. It ain't about a bunch of rules and that whole silly understanding of trying to teach grammar. Rudolph Flesch killed that years ago, but didn't get good press because teachers need something to teach. And if you're a mom and dad and you think that way, you're really going to be challenged, especially in writing. You just want to cultivate good writing in your kids. And the way you do that is have them write every day and then give them feedback exactly how I teach you to. Now, you combine that with all the principles or lessons we've included in here, and it turns magic, because what we're dealing with is their fear and their frustration, and teaching them how to tune in with their ears to how punctuation works and grammar works. You really don't need to know these rules, honestly. You may think you do, but honestly you don't. I had someone recently write me, and I appreciated it greatly. They challenged a sentence in one of my letters, and because I'd used the word "and" with a semicolon. So a semicolon and then I put some more in there. And they said, you're not supposed to use "and" after a semicolon. Well, I read it again and used the principles I know, which are, how did I want that to sound? I mean, it sounded decent. Maybe it should have been a period. I could do it different ways. But I had to go look up the rules of semicolons. I don't know the rules of semicolons. Why would I want to? Why would I want to clutter my mind with that? So when I look them up, I find out there's a rule of semicolon that says you can put a semicolon and a word like "and" if there are commas in the previous part of the sentence. Well, guess what? I had 2 commas in my previous part. That's why the "and" actually made sense. But I did it in the way I'll teach your kids, which is how to do it by ear, how to do it by understanding language, how to give themselves feedback, how to learn to say it in a way that makes sense. They don't need all this other pain. And when you understand it this way, guess how much time you're going to spend with a child on a weekly basis? Well, on a daily basis. 5 minutes? I mean, you can spend more, but you won't need to. They'll start learning to write, come up with their ideas. We cover everything that they need. And as they start doing that, you give them feedback about 5 minutes a day, and you've got writing taken care of for the rest of your life. Once a year, do the course again. And you're talking about a one-time cost that all the kids can use, print out the workbooks. You've got a one-time cost that can be used every year from about 5th grade on, maybe even earlier, really sharp kids that, love writing. But I'd say 5th grade on, for sure 6th. And these lessons, as you repeat them every time, it just simply makes more sense. It gets clear, and they truly, truly learn it. That's what the writing course is about. And the way we do this is you're going to get 5 lessons. And if you'll try those 5 lessons out, I'm going to follow with some emails, and those emails are going to give you an opportunity to purchase it. You may want to, you may not want to. If you're interested in purchasing it sooner, write me. But what we found is if you just try it and get the flavor of it, you'll know if it's a match. If it's not a match for your family, don't get it. But if it's like ours with 5 kids, we don't have time to teach everything to them. We need to cultivate how to learn. And I'm going to tell you, I have a doctorate, doctoral dissertation, 7 books written, 6 of them published, papers. And I'm telling you that if you would free your child by following this method, you got a chance of putting out some really effective and powerful writers. If you follow other methods, in my opinion, just my opinion, except for those exceptional kids that are going to love it anyway, you're going to put out people that hate to write because they think it's all about rules and not what they say. The writing course in that regard is truly revolutionary. I hope you'll go right below here and sign up for the 5 free lessons. Thanks.